So here's the point of putting those hinges high. Because with my pivot point high, you can see I'm almost touching the cab there. Almost will be. I just barely gave myself enough room to, I got to cut this edge back and then put a front lip on it. But that'll lift up almost straight up and down. It'll hit this. This will lift up and hit this frame on the window before this front lip will hit the back of the cab. I don't have the struts on it, but I got this board. I'm getting ready to crawl in here and drill the holes. You can see on the inside what I'll do is, see how I got to bring that front lip down, and then it'll just have rubber right across. The seal will be on the lid itself, not on the on my frame. But yeah, I'll bring a lip down and I'm flat all the way around. Looks great. And I'll just put a little seal on there. Got a little gap. I mean, it's not perfect, but enough room. I'll block some of that square. But it's working great. I gotta bolt these hinges in right now, and then that way I'll bolt the hinge to the top. Then I can take it off and I'll have all my holes. I can pull those hinges out, sandblast them, prime them, paint them, put them back in, bolt them in, and then fiberglass them. And then work on my lip up there. But getting that little gap down to almost nothing is perfect. So I notched it so I could slide it up in there. I'll lift it and show you it doesn't touch. Like I said, all I got is this board. So let me lift it and then I'll get back. So that's lifted a mile higher than it'll ever be lifted on those struts. And you can see I'm not touching the cab. It looks really close, like it's touching, but it's not. There's still about 1/8 of an inch at the closest point. And it's close, like I said, right in the middle, because that middle arches up. But I have to do a little tapering on that front edge. So maybe about like that, I'm guessing, is as high as it's going to go with the struts. Which still, you can see I've got a good gap up here. Alright, so here it is, all bolted in place. I do got a little hump right there from where I set that hinge in. But it's fine, because the bottom's not connected to the top. So once I get that done, it'll be good. It's not going anywhere. Perfectly straight. I don't know how good you can see that. Perfectly straight down the side. Perfectly straight down the side. Lifts up. No problem. See where can you see those two bolts? So I got two 6mm 10 bolts into that extension or spear, whatever you want to call it, on that hinge. I got them bolted or drilled, tapped. But I'm going to grind on those bolts and fiberglass over them. My next step is to take it off at the hinge. So the hinge is in the top now. And then fiberglass that front edge. I'm going to try to do that this afternoon in the beating sun. So I need to pull this off and flip it over. Start working up here. So that took all of 5 minutes to unbolt those two hinges and slide this back. So I guess if I ever did want to take this off for whatever reason, it wouldn't be that difficult. But you can see here how the hinge recesses. See how I'm inside the pocket right there? So what I got to do here is I'm going to sandblast these hinges and everything and paint those before I get them put on. I got to box this off and bring down the lip. See, that'll give me what little, I'm flexing right here because I opened it up. So I got to box all this off,